All right, guys, I've got a hot take on traffic.
Hot traffic take.
And that hopefully you don't find me a traffic fascist for.
Oh, man.
But I'm kind of an asshole. What a trashist, yes. Hopefully you don't find me an asshole for this. But when I'm driving, like last night, I was driving home from my parents' house because I went to go visit them for my dad's birthday.
As you do.
So everyone, it was Gene's birthday. A hero, truly.
Shout out to Gene. Happy late birthday.
Yeah, shout out to Gene. So I was driving home, and there's this part in the road where they're doing construction, as the government is always doing.
You know, like they do.
Yeah, you know,
that wacky government.
Maintaining roadways with our taxpayer dollars. And there's a sign that said, left lane closes 1 mile, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I get in the right lane.
As you do.
And, you know, a guy comes up, puts a turn signal on in front of me, and I let him over into the right lane. Because that's what you do as a human. And then it gets to the point where it says, left lane closes in half a mile. And from that point onward, I refuse to let anyone come so much as even close to getting the lane in front of me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because they had their chance. They had half a mile, which if you're driving at 60 miles an hour, and they weren't because it was a slowed down area, to the point where traffic was almost at a standstill, you had multiple minutes to get in for that half a mile. And then they're like freaking out, and some dude almost hit me, and I was like, I'm not moving over.
I mean,
because you are the kind of asshole who made traffic get to the stopping point in the first place. Because if everyone just pretty quickly got into the single file line, everything would go much faster than if everyone waited till the last second, sped by other people, and then caused accidents that made traffic go even slower.
So here's my thing. That's a risky game you're playing, because depending on the state, if they run into you, it is your fault. In that situation, if they run into it, it is your fault. I know.
Yeah,
I believe in Jersey specifically, if their front bumper is past yours and they try to merge and you hit them, then it's your fault.
Wasn't getting past mine.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's a risky game.
If they were to get in an accident where it could be claimed as my fault, I would just beat the shit out of them until they would refuse to like testify against me.
That's a bigger. I feel like that's a much bigger. It's a much bigger problem you're creating for yourself.
If they don't say anything, it's not a problem at all, is it?
Yeah, no, it's still a problem. You can't.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think it could go either way.
I think it's kind of a solution.
I don't like being the voice of reason for this podcast. This is a weird feeling for me.
I just think that you
don't like this.
Are a traffic bitch.
I mean, a little bit, because I'll let you on a little secret, Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, you can't tell anyone, okay? It's a big secret
between
you,
bitch all around?
Me, Noah, our mystery guest, and the entire everyone who listens to this podcast for the rest of time.
Are you just gonna tell me you're a bitch?
I don't drive.
Oh no.
Why?
Because I live in a big city, and why would I?
So do I.
But I live in a big city, and I work nearby. So like again, why would
so do I? Dude, you'd be surprised the opportunities that open to you when you could drive.
Oh, I'm aware, but cars are expensive.
I mean, that's for a half-employed college student. I'll accept that that's a very valid reason.
Cars are expensive, and I don't have any. Like, I would be nice to. It would be very nice to have one, but I don't need one, and I know how to drive.
Are
I
you
just don't.
Scared of driving?
No, I got.
Okay.
Like I got my permit. I could have gotten my license. I just didn't want to pay the insurance, and I didn't have a car, so it didn't matter.
Wait, so you have like an ID, not a license?
I actually have to go get mine reinstated, but yeah.
Weird. It's kind of strange, but yeah.
It's not.
It's like when you go to a bar, they like ask for your ID.
Actually, because
you show them not a license.
No, I don't. I show them my passport actually, because I haven't had my. It's less weird than you think, especially in a town like Philly. Where a large portion of my campus is Asian or other. Other.
What do you?
Why couldn't you just say like?
I just can't see why that makes it foreign. Foreign, I think, might have made sense.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Where a large portion of my campus is foreign.
Asian or other.
Well, because it's a really
describes actually everyone.
Literally all the people.
Like I'm Asian or other. Noah's Asian or other.
It's true. It's true.
Speaking of Asian or other, we have a guest.
Our Asian guest.
Or other.
or other.
It's our other guest.
It's
and you
50-50.
can honestly, you can be Asian and or other.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, Asian and or other. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. That's possible.
That's the politically correct way to say it.
All right. Anyway,
that's true.
So we do have a guest today. Our guest is Edge. Edge, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Edge.
Nice.
Wait, are we doing that?
That freaking blows.
Well, I mean,
jeez.
You gave me
like-
no warning.
Wait, no, like, no one told me I could have like a cool nickname.
I mean,
no,
do you
that's-
want to use your real name?
I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's-
I can call you Jacksonium because that is what Edge is to
No,
her.
it's
her
too late now.
username.
I would have had a cooler name though. That's all I'm saying. Like, I would have been like Death Clock if I had the opportunity.
Oh, my
One
bad.
Death Cock.
So,
Thank you.
Got you.
But instead, I just have to be Jackson, and it's
sorry,
too late
yeah.
now to do anything else.
Listen, Jackson and I have an understanding, okay?
no, it's okay, Death Clock. Born, shut your mouth. Edge, go ahead and talk.
About what? You still haven't given me any indication.
Born?
Yeah,
I don't.
his
literally
his game tag is Born. Born to rule.
Game tag.
Yeah, that's what I. Like,
So
literally,
that's
it's
what-
been my
that's what
username
Edge
forever.
is.
Also,
Hey,
game
you kids,
tag?
you
What are
kids
you
sharing your
fucking
game
80?
tag?
I'm sorry.
It's called a username, my dude.
We're gonna play Halo 2, man. You gotta give me your game tag.
Jesus.
All right,
The unprofessionalism on this podcast, I swear.
it's not my fault. I swear.
I just
I
don't know
can't
what
work
else I'm
under
doing.
these
Edge, why don't you
conditions.
Edge, tell us a little about yourself. What do you do besides come on podcast as a guest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not much, honestly.
Listen, I gave you
feel
an
like-
in. I gave you an
Here's
in.
the thing.
I tried.
He gave you
As
so
a guest,
much.
you have to be an expert.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you an expert at?
So, what's your expert field? Expertise, I guess.
I
Is
draw
probably the way they
shit
say that.
posts.
That honestly,
right,
you are a pretty
that's
expert shitposter. I will
So
give
show
you that.
me, or explain to me rather, the dynamics of creating shitpost. I don't know. What's the?
If you try to actually think about it, it's not a shit post.
there has to be a level
That's
of
some
thought,
Zen
right?
shit right there. That's some. Whew.
You free your mind, just let your hand do what it may, and then suddenly
I don't
I
like
think that's
that.
called beaten off.
suddenly
We do talk about that a lot. Like if I had an area of expertise, you know,
It's anime and specifically hentai. Like that's not even.
I wish
my-
your area of
my area of
expertise was
expertise.
shutting up and letting me talk, but you know.
yeah. Unfortunately,
Welcome to the
that one is one of
podcast.
my weaker traits.
Welcome to the podcast. So
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. I talk over everything and really derail things in the direction of anime porn.
usually anime, specifically anime porn. It's never just
Yeah.
anime, except for that one
did say
episode.
anime.
Yeah, it was anime for
And-
once, and it just wasn't as enthralling
There
for
was-
you.
It was talking about porn too. It was don't you give me too much credit, guys.
Listen, I can only hear the anime part if there's porn involved. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for you.
I mean, why?
But yeah. So I'm assuming she's probably going to be drawing some sort of stuff throughout this episode. Would I be correct in guessing that?
I'm still working on my anime boy painting.
Jeez. Anyway, so if
Is
she
he
draws
naked?
anything,
Do you want? I could like draw us.
Aw, that'd
so
be
if you draw
be cute.
anything pertaining to the
naked?
podcast, she's going to send it to me, and in the video version, you can see that pop up every now and then when it becomes, relevant.
Pertinent.
Nice job on the video version plug.
Yeah. So
Watch the video version.
honestly, has anyone checked out the video version of what we've got going on? It's, I think it's a good time, to be totally
If you're
honest.
watching the video version right now, you get some great things, like a picture of my feet in the bathtub.
Yeah.
It's on the screen right now.
Yeah. Of course.
Kind of weird. Noah, why did you put this on the screen?
Yeah,
the worst
that's a
part
little
is every
fucked.
time you say something like that, I have to go find these pictures, and it just makes me
You
unhappy.
don't. You could just no sell his joke like you do all the jokes on this podcast.
I'm sorry,
But
I
that would
take
be
these
even
video
worse.
jokes very seriously. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and I have a quota too. It's like one per episode. I'm not just gonna be like, Noah, show a picture of this, because that would ruin the joke.
Exactly.
But every once in a while, to pimp the video version, you gotta be like,
You got to have something
Y'all
cool
like
like
feet pics?
Jackson's feet. They love you.
my feet love you, or
Yeah, your feet love us.
no? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How you doing down there, boys?
I mean, I don't know how you didn't know that.
Yeah, right.
They say it.
But they don't talk to me much. You know, speaking of my feet, I got one of those little like ped things that you scrape the calluses off your feet off with
nice.
today. Really, it's kind of nice. You know, it's a lot of dead skin around that part of your body.
Yeah, there is. It's kind of gross.
That was
But you
that
feel
was a little much. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
That I think that would be where I
It's not.
We talk about jerking off every day, and me talking about fucking grinding skin off my feet is
man.
gross. All
Because
right.
jerking off is a natural, it's just a natural part of life.
It's cleaning
I'm
your
gonna be
feet.
honest. It's not that weird.
Thank you.
And I mean, it's my career choice, so it's like already kind of
Feet?
tied into what I do. No, not
Could
feet.
be.
He meant specifically feet.
Okay, yes. Feet are my career path. I don't know if anyone noticed.
He
but
pimps out pictures of feet online. He just used the whole school thing as a cover-up to just hide the fact he sells
pictures of feet.
foot pics.
You know,
Honestly, if you can make money at it, you do you, man.
Thanks.
Listen. I respect
think that's true
your
about
life
everything?
choices. Okay. I mean, I don't, but I
You know-
respect that one.
there is this. You guys are familiar with one of my favorite shows of all time, if I had to imagine, To Catch a Predator.
Oh yeah.
It's a classic. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, I
there's
really learned
one
a
of the
lot.
Predators
I
who's
really
on
learned
it.
a lot from that show.
Really?
About what?
How to be a better predator.
How to not get caught? Duh.
Good job, Born. You're selling
You
your
allowed to say that?
reputation.
It was a joke. It was
I don't like calling him
so
Bourne.
obviously a joke.
Well,
I'm not.
Jesus
I
Christ,
feel like
it's
the fact that I
Jason
have to
Bourne to
defend
rule.
it is offensive.
Jesus Christ! It's Jason, born to rule 47.
You tried. Close.
That
but not
explains
quite.
why you stopped hanging out with
What
me
it-
after my 18th birthday.
I don't know if I like this bit.
I don't either. I really don't like this bit.
I don't like the. I like Dan as a furry. That's a good bit.
Yeah, Dan as a furry is
pedophile
real
is just a
solid.
little bit unsettling.
I don't want Dan to be a pedophile.
I mean, I don't either, but he's the one saying these things.
I'm sorry about.
I don't even like the bit, but I enjoy breaking him.
Oh, it's so good. Thank you for that.
I just feel like I had, I just was here to talk about To Catch a Predator. And now the whole bit's gonna have to get edited out.
It's definitely not. If you edit that out, I'll be very upset.
All right, so To Catch a Predator, there is we're talking about feet, right?
Yeah.
And then, that's where this all started. We're talking about feet, and then I said To Catch a Predator. There's a guy who was caught on it, and he runs and maintains to this day a site called Sexy Barefoot Women, and it's basically just you pay money to get pictures of barefoot women.
I have
And
there are a couple of
that's what he
sites like
does.
that.
Yeah, but the fact that it's a guy who's on To Catch a Predator is kind of weird to me.
That's fair. I
Also,
know that
y'all don't have Google.
well, I know that that's a thing for a lot of YouTubers and stuff.
Barefoot women.
Wait,
not-
a lot of YouTubers sell feet pics?
No, a lot of YouTubers end up finding Tumblrs or whatever that are specifically pictures of their feet or their ear or their stomach fat or weird shit like
Is that true? I don't know how true that is.
I mean, I know I can
It's true.
No, yeah.
I can
yeah.
I can think of at
telling
least
me-
two who have complained about it on their in their content.
I can't think of anyone who's complained about it, but I have come across that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's a thing. People
I just don't want to live in a world. I just don't want to live in the same world as Markiplier feet pics. That's it, There's some things I don't want to be part of, and that's
Well, it's
really
too
high up there.
freaking late, buddy.
I mean, it's not. You could always leave.
You know what? I'm googling it right now.
Why?
How do you spell
If
his
you
know
name?
what's gonna happen.
Mark. Oh, you type in Mark, his name comes up anyway.
Talk about Wait.
Feet pics.
He's talking.
Holy shit!
Yeah. See?
Hacker voice. I'm in. Yeah, there's a.
No, man,
Lot
it's a
of
thing.
feet.
It's a weird subculture. Honestly,
I don't think it's this culture at all.
Nah, I mean,
Markiplier feet backwards. What does this even mean?
of the weird kind of feet pics that we end up with,
you
of
can
the
just turn
weird
his feet backwards.
fetishes that we end up talking about on the show, feet don't bother me. I don't get it, but you know what, man?
I know we don't.
As far as
No one gets it.
I feel like that's the lowest or the best of the worst, as it were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's vanilla, honestly.
Yeah, it's not. It's not that bad.
I'm not into it. Yeah, it's definitely it's one of those things where I was at work today and someone was saying something about they're like, oh, I can't believe people are into getting tied up, and I was like, that's a
That's because
2.
you haven't tried it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, that's a 2 on the weird level.
It depends on what kind of tying up we're talking about.
The only thing that's not
No matter
a
what
2,
kind of tying up.
Nah, because there's layers to this shit.
fish
No,
hooks.
no.
That's an
If-
exception.
Fish hooks are weird.
I
okay.
believe no
Suspension.
matter what level it is, getting tied up is not nowhere near the same level of messed up as getting off to anthropomorphized Nazi planes.
Ooh.
What?
I just don't
That's a
know
hot
why you had
take
to say
there.
that one because I think aeromorphs are fine.
See, now you said aeromorph, and all I can think about is anamorph, and then we're back into furries again, and I don't like this. This is supposed to be a clean episode,
can
you
we just
guys.
be a normal podcast and talk about like Fortnite or something like that?
So, guys, I don't know if you can tell by my sultry tones, but got a little bit of a sore throat going on. Part of
did
that
notice it.
is because it would have been this past Sunday.
Christmas. I gave him a heart.
I went out and for the first time went for a friend of my birthday. We went and like there were like 10 of us and we all went paintballing. Is that what the right word would be? Paintballing. We all went and did paintball.
Yep. We call it balling in the industry.
I don't think you do.
To each their own.
And it was a great time. And part of the reason I think I lost my voice is because I kept having to like shout at people to be heard over the sound of paintball fire. But I wanted to throw it at you guys because I know I've done both paintball and airsoft a bit, and I want to know if you guys had done stuff like that and what you thought. And yeah,
I have not.
I've only done airsoft. I would love to do paintball though, and I've done this one might get you some LARPing.
Oh, nice.
I haven't done LARPing like in a like. Not in a real sense. You know what I mean? No, like...
I agree. I haven't either.
Like, not like I didn't go to an event.
Same.
Although I would.
My only LARPing experience was basically we went to my friend's house. We hung out in the woods and had a whole bunch of like foam swords. And we played like Capture the Flag and like Defend the Emperor and the other kind of games that are in that vein. And it was honestly like we did that every year for his birthday for a while. And those are some of my fondest memories.
No, man, that shit is fun.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah,
I would. All right, so here's the deal.
I wasn't like I'm a level 18 warlock.
So here's the deal. When we all meet up, that's what we're gonna go do. That's our episode.
I don't.
It's
I don't
a woods
think that would be a
episode.
good episode. That would be a bad
I don't
episode.
know how good of a podcast episode could LARPing be?
It would be real bad.
It just doesn't sound like it works.
I was gonna say it would be like a D&D podcast, but bad. But
those are already bad.
Hey,
no, I enjoy some D&D
there are a couple of
podcasts.
them.
We should do a D&D podcast.
We should. No, you should be our DM.
Why? Why me?
Because there's no way I'm doing it.
I'm
Not
not a
after
good
last
DM.
time.
Oh, I'm sorry that the whole thing fell. Jackson, let me tell you that saga of the last campaign that Dan ran. Okay, so it started
This
out
is a
great.
fucking good time, though.
I think I can already guess what's going to happen.
It's
So go
great.
ahead.
It started great with me and one other. Well, with the one guy being very familiar with D&D, me being pretty familiar with D&D, and our third person being absolutely not at all familiar with D&D. I do not mean this to bash the other person at all.
No,
should say that
she
first.
had no idea.
You should bash them.
She had no idea what she was doing, and that's okay.
No.
So
and
we
it wasn't.
played-
This wasn't. Also, to be clear, this wasn't a like. Oh, I got my girlfriend to play D&D or kind of story. This is just a friend of ours who was interested in it, who we got to come and play.
Well, what's the difference?
Well,
There's a very specific
there's a specific
trope.
issue that comes with making your girlfriend play D&D when she doesn't want to.
Yeah, that's a very specific
Is
thing.
that being broken up? Is that the issue?
No, not necessarily. It just
That
makes.
sounds like it might be
All right, whatever.
a consequence.
But anyway, so what ends up happening is we play 3 sessions with just us, and it goes mostly okay. And then we do a session at my house. And, well, wouldn't you know, when we do a session at my house, guess who's around?
Your brother.
Nope, my sister. And my sister
Oh.
wanted to play. But guess who doesn't get along with me in games? My
Oh, man.
sister.
Dan.
And
That was-
Okay,
it was
you
a good time.
offered to let me join.
okay.
We did. We
But
did.
What ends up happening is her character accidentally kills my character almost. So you know,
And,
like when you play D&D.
the first time she played, it was great.
Yeah, it was literally our first session with her. We're fighting a boss. She shoots an arrow at the boss, misses the boss, hits me in the head, and I go down at -10 or negative like 5 health. Mm-hmm. And if I got negative
Why'd you
8,
do that?
I was dead. So luckily
Also-
for me, oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say just from like the GM side of it. Before people call me out on being a shitty GM, I really find these kinds of things really entertaining and interesting. And if he had died, there were ways that like we would have brought it back. I wasn't about to like kill his character in like session 4. I'm not that shitty.
Yeah. So he's not like an evil DM. But then what ends up happening is obviously my rogue character is bitter about this when he's revived after that whole thing is like settled. He's peeved. And he never got an apology for, oh, hey, bro, sorry for like shooting you right in the head. Nothing like that ever happened. So I continued to play this character with a bit of a bone to pick with my sister's character. And,
Makes sense.
You know, thank you so much. So we end up going through this game, and we go through another, like, 5 sessions of my guy throwing...
Healthy family dynamic.
Incredibly not veiled comments about how much he dislikes... geez, what was your name?
Oh,
Travis.
geez.
Travis. How much he
my
hated
cat's
Travis. And then...
You hate my cat?
No. I like your cat.
Yeah, he's nice.
But I didn't like Travis, the D&D character.
Okay.
So... It keeps going on and on to the point where Dan talks to each of us separately and is like, are you two okay? I'm like, I'm fine, but my character has never received an apology. In fact, my character has received nothing but, like, what do you want an apology for type of attitude, so I wasn't going to relent. So it gets to the point where Dan decides to just do a hard reboot of my sister's character. Travis is murdered in an inn.
I miss him
I
already.
don't remember this, actually. Is
Yeah,
that what happened?
No, yeah,
You don't remember killing Travis?
My sister was going to miss a session, so you had Travis be like, oh, I'm tired, guys, and just stay at the end. We went out and did something.
That's right. Also,
and then we
again,
came back and
to be
found
clear,
Travis in a pool of blood.
to be clear, I'm pretty confident that Edge and I talked about this, though.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
wasn't
we
out
talked
of
about
nowhere.
it, and
Okay,
I
thank
agreed
God.
it was a good
For
plan.
a second, I panicked,
so I
and
could
I was like,
start
oh,
a new
God, did I
character, because
just...
I was also sick of this.
Yeah. And because
Yeah.
Noah's a big bitch baby who can't get over himself.
Is that true?
But
That is
sorry, continue your
not what's
story.
happening.
That's
anyway.
Very
not true.
true.
So we come
my
back.
sources are telling me.
Travis has been eviscerated in the bed. And we're like, oh, man. And then my sister's new character pops up out of nowhere like, oh, hey, guys, I see your friend got destroyed. Let me join you. And we're like, yeah, okay, cool. And then we
You
never...
were cool with that. You were
I
like,
mean,
you know
like
what? This is
adventurers
totally
do,
not a bad
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You think adventurers take well to people who are like, hey, I just saw your friend die. Hit me up.
You
There were
clearly
better
haven't played enough
details than
D&D.
But yeah. So
Okay.
I was like, I was cool with that. We were going to go off and do things, and then we never met again. That was our last session, was introducing my sister's new character.
Well, I mean, there are a couple of reasons for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say who it is. We'll call her. We'll call
Inexperienced
her.
player.
Yeah, we'll call her R. Was done playing. She wasn't having fun. She just didn't want to play
She's a
anymore.
pirate.
And I'm like, all right, well,
hard
that
to
means
get
I
along
need to
with.
figure out how to like fill this hole and like figure out how I'm going to make this happen because I just killed one character and it would be a little weird if I immediately kill the second one like literally session later. And so I asked around, but also around this time I started working full time again, and it fell apart.
I'm pretty sure if I like called Skype out of the pits of hell that it's sitting in right now and opened it up, I would find the last message is still me saying, so guys, do we want to meet on Wednesday or not?
Did you guys want to meet?
Well, I don't know because no one ever got back to me.
That was a good campaign for as short as it ran.
Yeah, it was fun.
Also, Edge and I think we're both in agreement here that Noah was kind of being a big bitch baby.
He was like, this group of travelers comes in, like, burns my gang to the ground, and then suddenly this dude's whining like, oh, that arrow that you messed up, like, shot me. And as I remember, you had just, like, murdered someone out of cold blood, so it was
Yep.
kind of
one
karma.
knew, nobody knew that.
Nah, but like we all
The
knew it.
universe did.
Yeah, and the universe holds a grudge.
Apparently.
Believe me.
I mean, I will say, you know, there was some fault on both sides. You both could have just gotten over yourself for the sake of a game, because like, I don't know if you guys are aware. Hot take: the game is about everybody having fun and like enjoying a game, and not just being fucking big man children about your problems.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I disagree. I think it should be exclusively about being man children, about your problems.
Yes, thank you,
Hashtag not
Jax.
in my game.
Wow, okay.
But
The thing about D&D and me is that I'm like, I always end up being the DM because I'm actually like capable of being a good DM. But like, I have a million times more fun as a player because being a DM sucks.
I would agree with that.
Being a
100%.
player is great.
Like I enjoy DMing for a while. The problem is that I burn out really quickly, and like the first 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions of that like were pretty well planned out.
Oh yeah,
The
we
second,
had a
like,
lot of stuff planned.
The second 3 or 4 were like, oh, I have some pretty solid plot hooks down and like some vague ideas of where this is going. The last like 3 were essentially improv all the way down.
Yeah, I find that a lot of times like people have this like delusion of grandeur about like a D&D campaign. and where like they proceed to try and do like an entirely handwritten story about like all this like world, and they just try and put way too much world building in for like a 5-session thing that it's going to end up being. And so like oftentimes I suggest people just use books, like the Wizards of the Coast created books, and just kind of put your own flair on it.
Yeah, no,
because that ends up being a much more cohesive story. And they release them in series. Like right now, they've got like I think it's Waters Deep is what it's called, and there's like one of them is for levels 10 to 15 characters, and one of them is for levels like 5 to 10, and one's like 0 to 5. So there's like you can just chain the stories together because they all take place in the same area, and it works as a really good cohesive story.
I get that. My problem is that I like as a bit of a control freak, I would much rather build my world building from the ground up because it's just more fun for me. Like it's a lot more fun for me. And it also means that, at least in my games, that the players have like a bit of influence on how the world is shaped and like what the world looks like.
Yeah, that's true in like even like a guidebook based thing.
Yeah, I guess
It's
also
all
like
up to change.
the one time I ran out of a guidebook, it was a shit show. Like that's a lot of it because I find that people, especially when you're doing it through like Roll20 or something, nobody really wants to go dungeon crawling. People would rather fight in like specific instanced fights, as it were, or like have a bit more of an open world. At least in my experience, nobody likes dungeon crawling unless you are a specific kind of player who likes dungeon crawling.
See, I've honestly only had experiences where like people mainly want to be dungeon crawling, and they just are little babies about having to deal with things diplomatically.
Oh, you and I have got to play together at some point.
That's where all my stuff got derailed because I wanted to have fun, and everyone's like, I just want to shoot people.
Yeah, you and I need to play together at some point because I understand that, but the groups that I end up playing with are almost never like that, except for fucking our one player, but that's because he was no, not that one, the other one,
not
E.
It's ironic because he had based his character off of Guts from Berserk, and then he proceeded to be the least like Guts he possibly could be. And I don't think that was on purpose. I think it was just because it was what was necessary.
Yeah, there were some because Edge was part of that campaign. There was some amazing art that came out of it, though. No, can you throw some of that up on the screen for me?
I would, but they literally only apply to like the instances they were created in.
Also, only I'm allowed to suggest art because you said it was dumb to suggest art on the screen.
The SpongeBob one, Noah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Nothing else. That's my favorite one out of it.
Yeah, that one can go up for our happy listeners.
Top of
the
my
SpongeBob
game.
one was, remember the mocking SpongeBob meme from like forever ago? That place is where this campaign took place. That's how long ago it was. And my sister took SpongeBob, gave him a ranger hood, and had him saying, "I have a plan for this campaign." Because
and he was it was very good. You'll just go and look for it, you guys. Don't be lazy, or look at our somewhere. I don't know. It's somewhere there.
It'll be on the video, and that'll be about it. It's not that special.
Point is, very fun game, fun campaign. I would do LARPing if that were
LARPing's good.
I would do it like actual for real because I think it'd be really fun. As long as you do it again. As long as you were with people who like took it at the same level of seriousness you do, kind of thing.
Yeah, because we were like basically just like kids in the woods with foam swords, which is not necessarily the best way to do it, but I think a lot more fun than trying to like put it way too together with like class systems and all this other mumbo jumbo that I think a lot of people try and go too hard with when they're LARPing. I just want to like hit somebody with a foam sword.
Whenever I think of all of that, I think of these two girls I used to know in like middle school who, during a sleepover, tried to like indoctrinate a bunch of us in their weird woods tribe.
Whoa,
that's amazing.
Wait, do I know these people?
You do.
I might know them too. I
need to know this.
I know these people?
It was a long time ago, so I don't remember much of it, but I remember being in the woods. And they're like, okay, so if you get attacked by a beaver, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do this, you're gonna like duck to the left, roll, and then you're gonna like scratch like this and hiss. And
I think that doesn't really sound like a cult. That just sounds like kind of good advice.
Kind of sounds like a furry thing,
No, it
though.
was like
Although hissing at a beaver, I don't know what the point in
picture
that
like.
is.
Did you know about the Warrior Cats series?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Picture
Yeah.
that, except a bunch of middle school white girls in the
That
I
was
woods.
just want to say that I think it's very indicative of our personalities that I said, yeah, and Dan was like, yes.
I mean, listen, I try very hard to have little shame about my past because, like, listen, I done did some shit that would be very
no one wants to
that's
hear
very
about what you did.
embarrassing. But yeah, no, one of them was
I'd still be doing
reading
some
that
shit.
for a girl I was hanging out with because she was like, I need someone to talk about this with, and I'm like, I am desperate for attention.
Nice.
Hey man,
Me too.
listen, you do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do out here to survive, okay?
Out here. Gets rough.
Out here in the streets, the mean streets of where we all came from. Have we said where we're all from? I can't remember.
No. And in
Okay,
fact,
so-
Jackson specifically doesn't.
Then we will not. Yeah,
don't know.
where we're all from. The mean streets
just-
of small town.
I mean,
America.
you've just always been, like, anonymous about it every time I've interacted.
We're from the same area.
We
Yeah, we're all
are,
three-
but
all
in
four of
respect
us.
for you, I have tried to stay as anonymous about, or general about where
No,
I
you
am as
haven't.
possible.
Well, what are they going to do?
No, you really
know.
Go to
haven't.
where I used to live?
I don't know.
I don't even have family lives there anymore.
Edge's
fair.
Edge marathoned our episodes today. So have we told them where we're from, Edge?
I probably say
You've mentioned it, Noah. You straight up called it out, like, by name to promo your band, and then, like, backtracked, like, oh yeah, by the time
Yeah.
this goes up, it will
That's
already
right.
have happened.
Forgot about
Okay,
that.
so yeah, out here on the mean streets of Erie County. There, boom.
Yeah,
now
Erie's
it's
a
done.
pretty big
Wow,
area.
dude.
By the time
It doesn't
like,
matter if no one lives there. None of us are there.
None of us.
Actually, that's true. I've moved out.
Yeah, that's true.
Dan's out of the area. Jackson's halfway across the country.
I'm just on the other side of the state. I couldn't make it all the way across the country. Not yet.
LOL.
I don't know if that's an LOL kind of situation.
I
Could
mean,
be a little bit of an LOL situation.
everything's an LOL situation if you LOL at it hard enough.
Or at all, actually.
Yeah, it's
I don't
true.
know. I feel like there are exceptions to that.
Why?
there are a lot of exceptions to that.
I don't. Again, I feel weird being the voice of reason on the show. You can't
Dan,
just LOL
If
your
you
problems.
laugh out loud at something,
I don't think you understand how often I LOL at everything in my life.
I mean,
I really don't. I just don't like calling it LOLing.
I don't
honestly.
either. It feels
He's
very.
come up with hand signals, so he doesn't even have to say it out loud.
Oh yeah.
You got hand signals?
No. So here's the thing. It was an.
I think that's called sign language, which is when you use hand signs to not say things
If
out
I
loud.
actually knew the signs for LOL, I would say that instead of just making an L sign with my hand and then an O and an L again. But
And you
I
could
feel like that's
probably-
worse.
yeah, I
could
know.
probably
So
learn.
here's the thing. It was an inside joke, not so much of an inside joke with the people at work. Someone would say something, you go, huh, LOL. And that was, we got that banned because some people started to use it to disrespect leadership and be just generally obnoxious.
Holy shit!
I know, right? So I'm so
You worked
surprised.
at like Fascism R Us. Where the hell were you working?
Well, here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
honestly,
If you knew
If
that
your leadership's getting undermined by someone making hand signs for LOL, you were never a leader in the first place.
No. It's not. It was the absolute lack of respect of one individual that got the fun killed for everyone else.
How disrespectful can you be with LOL hand signs so you don't just get yourself fired, but get everyone else to lose
he said
it?
it out loud. And he just like challenged all the authority, but for some reason we were very bad about firing people at the time. Probably because we were busy and we needed everyone we could. But
dang, I wish I'd worked there.
I know, right?
Oh man,
Why?
I would have.
Gotten fired?
Oh
Yeah, you
man,
would
my
have.
ass would have been fired so fast.
Why?
Because where Noah worked was not my kind of place, and they would have taken my
No, it was
humor
not.
very poorly.
Yes, they would have.
And I would have, and knowing me, I would not have backed down from it. I'd have been like, nah, it's funny, get over it, and then
No,
they would have
see-
fired me.
Here's the thing. We always said, hey guys, keep it rated G. If they wouldn't say it on Dora, don't say it here. So people
They said
decided to
that?
start
You guys said that out loud?
Yes, we had someone that said that out loud, and he was being sarcastic, but all it ended up doing was,
Swearing in Spanish.
yeah, that's exactly what ended up happening, actually.
Yeah, they did.
So I think we should get away from this topic because this is just weird, and this
I just don't know how we got here.
I don't remember either.
We
To
were
be
talking
totally
about
honest,
LARPing, and then we were talking about where we're from, and then we got into talking about Noah's sordid work history.
it's not that sorted. I've only worked a
It's
few
not really
places.
that. It didn't seem that
Yeah,
sort
but
of.
like
I just
One of
worked at a
them was-
place that had standards.
I think there's a difference between standards and fascism.
That's fair, but Dan was a pretzel bitch, so
Yeah,
Was
I
he a
was.
pretzel? I think Dan might still be a pretzel
I
bitch.
was a pretzel bitch.
Wait, what was Dan earlier? He was a bitch for something else.
I don't remember. Edge.
Driving bitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you were a traffic bitch.
Listen, you know what though? I
Yeah.
have no shame about being a pretzel bitch because there I could swear at whoever I wanted to.
Including the customers.
Even the cops. The cops walk up and says,
I
"Fuck
know
the police."
For a fact, I know for a fact one of my coworkers swore out, like cussed out a customer.
Swore
and then,
out.
Yeah, swore out.
Called him a pretzel bitch, probably.
Fucking one of my coworkers cussed out a customer, and then like 3 months later, got their own store.
Wow.
Well, I mean, was the
that's not
customer
like-
being a pretzel bitch?
Well, I mean, they were.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
were doing the whole. I'm filming you. I need to speak with your. I'm filming you. This stuff is whatever. It was like a whole thing.
Wow, they were
Why were they filming?
probably to prove that they weren't being a pretzel bitch, but they were.
They were cool. The
like,
moment you put out your
filming
phone
is
and
the
you're like,
biggest
I'm not
thing
being
you
a
can
pretzel
do
bitch.
to-
This person is clearly just more aggressive. Like you're kind of being a pretzel bitch.
But like, how did they?
I don't remember. I came in at the end of it.
How bad could a pretzel be that you got to whip your phone out and ask for the manager?
Dude, you would be surprised.
I think I would, because I don't know that there's any food. I've had some vile experiences in my life with food, and I've never once been like, I need to speak to a manager.
It might have
that's
actually,
fair,
that one might have
honestly.
actually been do I want to? I can whatever. I can out it. So it was a combination pretzel place and
Taco Bell.
no, yeah,
It was a Taco Bell KFC.
Yep, the Taco
I
Bell
knew
KFC.
you worked at the combination KFC and Taco Bell.
It was a combination, like you know how when you're in, it was out of the mall, the local mall, and you know how when you're working in a local mall,
Everyone knows exactly what you're talking about. Then
Let me finish. When you're working
There's
out of the
only
local
one-
mall, a lot of the like,
Actually, we had 2 pretzel places in ours, so
yep.
Aren't they the same chain?
no, they were separate.
No,
I thought they were the same chain.
Yeah, they
No.
were just two
There was,
competing pretzel
there
there,
was,
places.
there were 3 different pretzel places
Princess
by
and
the
something
end.
else. Okay.
Pretzel Princess? You're telling me I never even went to that
Okay,
place?
can I finish my story?
I totally
So
made
Honestly,
it up.
I don't know
I'm
if you
sorry.
can.
So the if you've ever worked in a mall, you know that a lot of the like food court places are connected in the back, right? They're all actually one. Like they at least they have like the same sink and like the same like they all have to just put all their dishes in at once at the end of the night kind of thing. Ours
sure.
had a like pastry place attached to it. And I actually specifically remember because the way we did it was we had our fresh pastries, and then like once they'd been sitting out for too long, we didn't sell them as fresh. We put them in the box, and that's where we get like our boxed from. So like you could take it home, you reheat it, whatever. And I remember, and like that's company policy. That's how we did it. That's what we were supposed to do. And the
eat the boxed
actual argument
pretzels.
was not over pretzels. It was over the fact that his pastries were not like as fresh as he wanted them, and then he demanded that we make him new ones when the machines, like the store was shut down. It was the end of the night. It was over.
So it was already too late.
It was too late. It was like we're talking like I was in the like I was cleaning up the tables to like put them away for the night. Like we were done, and it was a mall. It's not like a real food place where like someone comes in at 11:59 and you close at midnight. You got to serve them. No, it was a mall. We didn't give a fuck. But dude, if you're still in the mall at 9 p.m. and the mall closes at 9 p.m., you are the bad guy.
Yeah.
Go home.
Okay.
Don't be in the mall that late.
Yeah, that's true.
But this was like at or after 9 p.m. and like we'll still serve people up until like we shut everything down. But he was furious that we wouldn't cook him a new batch of pastries, and we're like, dude, stuff's washed, stuff's gone, like it's over.
It's over, Anakin.
And
I have the
that's what led
pretzels.
that's what led to him getting cussed out and the whole. I still don't know what happened like as like an actual punishment. I'm not sure there was an actual for real punishment that happened.
I'd hope not.
Wow.
I don't think there was. I know
I'm
for a fact
actually-
that they got their own store like halfway across the country, like 6 months later, 3 months later, something like that.
So yeah, lesson to everybody: if you ever want to do your own thing, you just have to, demean a customer, and everything's fine.
Or I think really the lesson to be learned there is that the person who cussed at the customer was not a pretzel bitch.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
be a
And that's
pretzel
really what
bitch.
you should take from that.
Listen,
Yeah, don't
listen.
I'll accept that. Actually, don't be a pretzel bitch.
Thank you.
Don't be a pretzel bitch. That's all I ask. I mean, it's
That's a
not.
good
I ask for a
moral.
lot.
That's your takeaway from the podcast for the day. Don't be a pretzel bitch.
Don't be a
I'm gonna
pretzel
get that
bitch.
tattooed on my neck.
I've got it on my head. Around the forehead.
I've got it on my other head.
You got it on your penis?
That was the implication.
You've got don't be a pretzel bitch tattooed on your penis.
Just in case he forgets.
It's in like a
How
scroll.
small
it's
is
like,
that font?
No, it's actually going. You're thinking like going straight. It actually
Doesn't
like
even
it curves
flinch.
around it like imagine a snake curled around like
Okay,
a
yeah, it's kind of like how people get like sentences tattooed on their arm in like a weird spiral.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
how small is that font?
I see what you're doing, and I don't appreciate it.
Dan, the joke is you have a small penis. That was the joke.
I see what
Thank
you're
you for
doing.
saying
again,
that. I can't
but
say it because my mom is home.
Yeah, you can't say penis because your mom's home. And she'll say, why are you talking about Dan's penis? And then you'll say, I was making a joke, but then in the end of the day, you'll be the one who looks bad. Not small penis Dan.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I just know because I know your mom, and like the mental image is, oh boy. I want her to ask that question. I want her to be that confused about
You
something.
do? You want her to ask that question?
I do. I want her to ask.
You want to hear her mom ask, why are you talking about Dan's penis?
Not
you want
my
to hear
mom, but her mom.
Not you are. I know, not your mom. You want to hear her mom say that?
Yes, I do.
I don't
wanna,
actually.
It's kind of weird.
listen.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You know what?
Listen, it's not a sex thing. It's just listen. I think it'd be very funny.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it is. I just don't like it.
Jackson, you got something going with that, like he likes to be humiliated thing going on, though.
No, I really don't know what's going
I don't
on
know why
with
you
this
think that's
guy.
humiliating. Like I'm.
Do you think me? Oh, you what?
I don't know why you would.
You
why
think
you'd
it's
be
not
humiliated
humiliating
by
to have
that?
someone ask about why you're talking about someone's small penis?
Yeah, fuck it.
That's not humiliating.
Nah.
To hear your friend's mom ask why you're talking about how small your penis is.
I feel
really
like as a
don't know
guy,
why.
you have a different perspective on this.
Like I don't know why.
I just think that's a bit.
Also, the
it's
implication
a
there
bit
is just
weird.
unpleasant. Fuck you.
Wait. I didn't even mean anything by that one. Why are you getting offended now?
I thought you said as a guy.
Wait, yeah, you're upset. You're upset because she said you're a guy.
No, I thought you said as a guy.
Not because she said.
I thought she was talking to you, Jackson. And I'm like, I too am a guy and have a completely different perspective. So I was confused.
Okay.
I thought you were about
Honestly,
to say
though,
have a small penis. Not gonna
I'm
lie.
gonna say right now, Dan, you have competently exuded what the kids call big dick energy by not immediately defending the size of your penis.
Listen, man.
That is
That's
a very
true,
fair
actually.
point.
Listen,
very
man.
fair.
Good job, Dan.
Listen,
So, yeah,
I
good
knew
job.
I had something. I had something, and I just didn't know what it was. Now I know.
You know, now you know.
You know what they say?
What do they say?
They say that knowing is half the battle. Do you know what the other half is?
Are they? Do you think they're right?
Do you know what the other half is, Jackson?
Do you think they're correct when they say that?
I mean, I feel like it's a fair argument, but do you wanna know what the other half is?
Oh my gosh.
No, but I know you really want me to.
I
so
do
what's
really
the other
want you
half,
to.
Dan?
The other half is shooting people in the goddamn face. That's the part
Wow.
that G.I. Joe never really talked about.
That's the part that's the thing that you really wanted to get across to me.
Wow.
because,
That
like-
was so important to know, though.
Yeah, man.
I'm so
listen,
glad that I know
listen, you
now.
can't be going off to war and thinking that knowing is half the battle and then not be like, but like, what is the other half? It's like 10% luck, 20% skill. No, it's shooting people in the face.
15% shooting people in the head.
Yeah. And 5% pain.
5% pleasure. And 100% reason to
Get
continue
shot.
shooting them in the face.
100% reason to continue fighting in the Middle East.
What was that?
That was gun noises. Don't you listen to Designer?
No, have you never heard a gun before?
Have you never heard
Played
anything?
a single
What's
video
going on
game in
with
your
you?
life?
Can you make a gun noise again for me?
What, like a dolphin? Like
It's
it was like
obviously
the.
it's not a real gun noise. It's a rap gun noise.
That's not better.
That's a rap gun noise.
Yes.
Come on.
I've never been able to make that noise.
What?
With what Jackson's doing, I cannot do it.
You just have to roll
Yeah,
your tongue.
same.
I can't roll my tongue. So
I am also incapable of that.
okay, cool. I'm glad. Ed,
I'm
so what
incapable
I'm
of
hearing is like
loving
you and I
people.
need to go start our own podcast because I feel like we just agree on everything tonight, and then these two chuckle fucks.
You know what?
Do you agree on everything tonight?
Ed, what have we
Is
not
that the
agreed on tonight?
consensus?
But basically just being decent people with general sense of reason.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
As in, you and I are agreeing on that, or as in, we as a group haven't been agreeing on
That's
that?
what you haven't agreed on, you and her.
No,
I mean,
that's
that's
what we've
hurtful.
kind of bonded as.
Oh, you guys think you
but
think
we
you're
take
both
it in
the voices
different
of
ways.
reason.
You-
I mean, we kind of
just
have
get
been
up.
tonight.
No.
Dan said that To Catch a Pedophile taught him how to live his life
I'm
better.
not saying the entire time. I'm not saying the entire time, but on
I'm just
occasion.
saying, there's some very important things that you should not be agreeing on.
Oh yeah, trust me. The day I agree just blindly with everything any of you say is the
I
day
only said
that I
good things.
die.
I am hurt and also offended.
No,
I am
that's
only
fair.
agreeable.
I mean,
Okay,
also
look,
a little
I
bit
am
proud,
not
but like
going
mostly
to
hurt and
get
offended.
all. No. I
Who's
am
your favorite
not
host?
going to have
Oh, yeah.
someone who
Nope.
commissioned me
Who's the best?
to do
Oh,
wait,
incest
no.
fan art to take the high ground.
Nah,
Wait,
I
hold
will,
up.
I will accept this. Nah,
No.
Show that. Put that image up.
Okay,
So
Well,
I,
you paid her money to draw
He didn't
incest
pay me
fan art?
anything.
I
He
offered
said
to
he
pay
was
you.
going to
I
and
offered to, and you
didn't.
said, and you wouldn't let me pay you.
That's because I was delirious from lack of sleep.
And you were also
Wow. You
ashamed
took
of what
advantage
you
of a starving
created.
artist.
Yeah.
So back for a while, Edge and Noah and I would play Overwatch from time to time, and by from time to time I mean a lot. And we have had many a conversation about which is the best boy in Overwatch, or who is the prettiest boy. And
McCree.
we have
Absolutely McCree.
disagree.
Yee
Have you
McCree.
seen Suit Mafia or Yakuza Hanzo? Because that was my argument. And Edge and I have talked many a time about Cyber Genji. There it is. And
It's
so that's
old
the thing.
art, that's why it's bad.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, I gotta get some sexy fan art of Hanzo and Genji gazing lovingly into each other's eyes, and
You can just Google.
yeah, but that wasn't.
That's-
it had to
that's
be
a
personal.
common
No,
ship.
you don't understand. It's like
It had to be personal.
it's like cam
This
girls.
time it's
had to
personal.
be
It's like
meant
cam
for
girls.
you.
Like it's one. Yeah, I could just go on and watch porn,
Do
but
not
there's something
compare
totally different.
my work to that.
Totally
I
different
think-
when it's personalized to you.
I don't think it is, honestly, but go
I mean,
off, I
that's
guess.
because you haven't experienced
But
it.
go
It's
off.
okay.
You think I have? Okay, whatever.
I mean,
Go off, I guess.
Look, my point is, this is my favorite thing that Edge has ever created, by far. And I'm very happy that it exists.
I'm glad someone is.
I'm glad you like things. I just hate that it's this.
Listen,
Right? Like, we have 7 episodes straight of him talking about how everything in the world is bad, and then his weird incest fan art is his favorite thing to ever exist.
yeah, man. Listen, I will not be shamed for my terrible
I know
taste
you
in.
will be shamed.
you
It's just a
will.
matter of how you receive that shame.
Right,
must.
I'm sorry. I will not be ashamed. How's that?
Better. There we go.
Of
I mean,
the
not
things
good,
that
but better.
the things that I appreciate in life. It's very few things that can actually bring me any kind of happiness, and this is just one of them.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes me the saddest of all. It's
I mean,
not that
that's
not
fair.
that it makes you happy, but that it's one of very few things that makes you happy.
That's fair. I'm not gonna lie. That is a fair thing to
Yeah,
be
you-
sad about. I'm pretty sad about it, but
Are you?
nonetheless, this is a good thing that Edge did specifically for me, and it just makes my
And
day
the
every
thing
time I
is,
see it.
He uses this like whenever my art gets brought up with
I
other
do
people.
not.
This
I
is
brought
what
it up
he
one
references.
time and used it.
So this is the impression that people get of me.
No, that's not fair. I
That's
did
why,
it
like, a lot of
brought it
furry
up
artists-
on one of your live streams.
one
a
time.
lot of furry
I did
artists
it one time.
don't draw mechs. A lot of mech artists don't draw furries because they don't want to. Because for whatever reason, there's like a war between the two communities, which I think we should delve into
I
personally.
mean, we
Actually,
can, but I
that's
don't.
fantastic.
can we get an actual furry on the show?
We
Yeah.
already have Dan.
Actually, I know a
No,
couple.
I'm talking like I want to get like somebody in there.
I might know a couple. I probably could bring them in.
I could definitely pull some strings.
See, here's
Yeah.
the thing. We need to make sure if we do get
Well,
a
like-
real furry on the show, we can't be assholes about
no,
it.
Jackson. I think the term is pull some tails.
Oh, gosh. Either that or they have to be okay with it.
if you pull their tail in the right way, you might get more than
You're
just a
gonna
podcast.
stop that sentence right now.
Guest. Yabba dabba delete this.
Hey. All right, so I actually would love to unpack the furry mech war, but I think we need to wait for that since we're closing in on
I
an
think
hour
we should try
episode.
and get. I think we should save a little bit of the furry talk for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, we
And I
have talked
think
a
we
lot about
should-
furries over the last like 2
We should
episodes.
try and get a furry on the show.
If you are a
just
furry
be
and you
like,
listen
hey.
to this show and you are okay with us like simultaneously being making fun of and also like not understanding your entire culture.
I've been a furry ally this whole time.
Honestly, come on and educate us, and I will try to be as respectful as possible. Which isn't saying a lot for me, but I will do my best.
Don't you like beat off to that girl from Animaniacs or whatever?
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen.
But this is why I stand with the furries.
Listen.
Because in the age of Bowsette, furry gentrification is a real problem, and we need to stand with them.
I cannot
If
abide
you
by you
enter
acting
my
like
realm,
I
and
can't.
drink
This
of
is
my
some
nectar.
Gamers Rise Up shit. This is like some fucking for too long the furries have been oppressed. No, fuck off, dude. They're furries. It's okay.
We live in a society.
We live in a society, but I think it's time we take a stand. Because, like, if we don't defend the furries now, Dan, and like a couple days from now, someone's gonna be like, Dan, you liking feet pics is weird.
I don't like
or whatever the hell
pics.
you are.
What are the
What are you
furries gonna
into?
do? Bite us?
I mean, yes.
That's kind
probably.
of
Yif
might
us.
be a problem.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, so I'm okay with this. And genuinely, if you are a furry, of any degree, I'm not
I'm a
saying
furry
you,
of some degree though, and so are you.
well, but like I'm saying like anywhere from like distinctly that's what you beat off to all the way to like if you're actually wearing fursuits. Like
I can see if I can pull some strings and ask some people.
Come on over, talk to us. Like I said, I will try my best to be as respectful as possible, and it'll be a good episode. You can come and educate the world on your specific subculture.
And I'll probably just sit here quietly and not judge because it's apparently my stick. So, yeah.
It is a little bit. I mean, you're judging. We all know you're judging. It's just
What?
a matter of how loudly you're
I'm not
judging.
judging.
You're totally judging.
You're so judging.
Oh, no, I'm
Why
not.
would you? Why would you lie like that?
Because I'm
You
not
really think
judging.
someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
So while we're wrapping up, because it's one of my favorite months of the year, October, with my brand new favorite holiday, because I'm a basic horror fan,
Brand
Hold on,
new.
what's your brand new favorite holiday?
it's Halloween.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like Jeans Day, which was yesterday.
Oh,
No, I missed out on that one.
The 1st of October is Jeans Day.
That's
dad's
actually
birthday.
a pretty great thing to know.
Who's Gene?
Oh,
My
I
dad.
thought you meant jeans like the pants.
No,
I
like
didn't
my father.
realize. Like your father, Gene with a G.
Yes.
I am less
Eugene.
excited now.
I am also less excited. I'm not
Wow.
gonna lie.
Wow, Gene is a great
Dude,
guy.
Yeah, go
I'm
look
sure
at my
he
Twitter.
is, but can
Like-
he hold up as well as Denim?
Yeah. No,
I
I
think
gotta
he can.
back
Honestly,
edge on this.
No,
He's
he's
thin-
been holding up for a long time. And
He's
the
thinner
shirt
than I am.
Shoot, that's right.
yeah, he's in
Skinny
better
Gene?
shape than me.
Is that what I'm hearing?
He's skinny Gene. I'm gonna say it.
Also, I'm assuming
worst kind of
y'all got
Gene.
to see the awesome shirt that Jackson's parents got him for
It's
his
true.
dad's birthday.
I definitely have seen this. Sure.
So,
They got me a
stand-up
shirt for
guy.
my dad's birthday.
Stand-up guy.
He got me a shirt for his birthday.
How cool is that?
It's a whole bunch of Bulbasaurs in various poses
Nice.
on a like polo, or not a polo shirt, like a button-up shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty classy.
Nice.
It's really nice. They've had it sitting in their house for a while. Mom was like, "I hope you like it," and I was like, "This is maybe the best shirt I've ever gotten."
Aw.
It's a very nice shirt. It's very cute.
He's peaked. This is the end.
Very, very wholesome of my parents to get me a Pokemon shirt.
It is.
Like, we know you play Pokemans on the internet. I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom.
All right.
I mean, Gene's even one of his moderators. That's how nice Gene is.
oh,
And he doesn't even
he's a
say
mod.
I
anything.
remember this. Yeah.
So anyway, to wrap up the show, we're gonna go into my horror movie corner. Dan wanted me to play Spooky Scary Skeletons to intro this, but we're not going to because it's
Thank God.
copywritten.
Literally
tacky.
find literally anything. I don't care what it is. Give me some kind of spooky intro to this. That's all I ask for.
Hey guys, I wasn't actually able to find any royalty-free spooky music that wasn't like cheesy trash. So here, enjoy some music that my brother and I wrote. So the movie that I'm gonna highlight today is one that my sister likes as well. It's called The Devil's Candy.
Oh heck yeah.
So
I don't like that
Devil's
movie.
Candy, you have seen it?
No, I just don't like it.
Oh, wow.
I've just decided.
So The Devil's Candy is a horror movie that has like this really wicked metal soundtrack. And there's painting, there's really gorgeous art in it, and this kind of just feeling of dread. Like you're not sure, is this like a haunted house movie? Is this a possession movie? And as the movie goes on, you start to wonder, well, maybe it's just kind of all in the character's head. And then other characters are brought in, you think, oh, whoa, maybe that's not it at all. I don't know. It's such a good movie. Like the soundtrack featuring Sun O, one of my favorite drone bands. It's a good time. It's a real good time, guys.
Wait, it's a band made out of like the little flying machines.
What?
That was terrible. You
no,
should feel bad.
it just keeps droning on and on and on and on.
Never mind.
kind of like Jackson,
About-
actually.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I do that. I like that guy too.
But yeah, it's a really good movie. It's very suspenseful. It's maybe a little more of a slow burn, so people who don't like those kind of movies, maybe this isn't the movie for you. But this is from the producers of Your Next and Blair Witch, so to kind of give you an idea of what you're getting there.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks.
So yeah, that is. I missed giving a recommendation for the 4th of October because I forgot that episode was getting released in October. But here we are, live on the 11th. Here's a movie you should check out.
No, you talked about Hellraiser
Oh, shoot, I did.
on that episode.
There we go. We're doing real good so far. We're doing real good.
What can I get to do in October?
I don't know. So that's the end of the show, everybody. Edge, do you have any plugs that you'd like to give?
I actually do, because I purged a bunch of crap art from it, so I can plug my Instagram.
I'm so
Art
sad.
for sure.
That was some really bad art.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Damn, that's some harsh shit.
I
that you
won't.
No, trust me, it was bad. it was a trip.
What's your Instagram, Edge?
You can find my art Instagram at _borderline.artistic_.
I fucking still love that name. It's so good.
I have gotten my first comment saying that they thought it was borderline autistic.
I mean,
So I think
honestly-
I'm doing good.
What do you wait?
How long have you had this?
Okay.
Over 2 years
been a
you've had
while.
this, and that's the first time someone said that.
That
so
is the
good
first
job.
time.
I thought Noah was about to say, like, honestly, it is, and I was gonna be like, oh, come on,
no,
guys.
no,
I
you
thought we
can't
were
do
about
that.
this as a podcast. Because here's the thing, I've got standards. I'll talk about beating my meat to Bowser since 9th grade, but I won't talk about making fun of people with learning disabilities.
I don't think it's necessarily making fun of.
It wasn't,
I think it's
but
a whole
thought it was
nother
going to be.
conversation. I feel like it's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother episode. Hey, Jackson, where can they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Jacksonium, where I'm going to be back to streaming Pokemon.
Which one?
Hey!
So yeah, for the first time in a while, I just kind of feel like the urge. Yeah, I'll be streaming Pokemon by myself on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And on Sunday, I've been doing some group streams with a couple of great British lads named Join Avenue. They're great. Look into
Nice.
them individually or look into the group. I've been working with them. It's a lot of fun. And then on Twitter, I'm at Jacksonium with 2 M's. And on Tumblr, I'm at Jacksonium with 2 M's. Tumblr is going to be the pinnacle of all content. Twitter's pretty lit. Like today, I tweeted at Ben Shapiro, and I asked him if he ever thought about changing his name to Ben Shakira. No response.
That's what that joke was.
That's what that joke was, yeah.
Top
No
tier
response.
comedy.
I can't believe he wouldn't respond to that. That's just freaking rude.
Yeah, it's a bit upsetting.
What Pokemon are you playing?
Whatever one I feel like.
Fair enough.
I don't know what I'm going to start with. I was thinking about starting with some Gen 5, but who knows. Black and white, if you're unfamiliar.
I was, but I appreciate you for clarifying it.
Well, for other people, not
No,
just for you.
I was unfamiliar, so I appreciate it.
Oh, you were unfamiliar?
Yeah, I don't play Pokemon.
Why?
Because I don't really like. Well, that's a different conversation. Different
Happiness?
day.
You don't like
Hey,
joy?
Hey, Noah.
Hey, how about you promo yours first?
Well, I was going up. Whatever. You can find me.
It's just easier for me.
At Instagram and on Twitch and on Twitter. Born to Rule 57 on or Born to Rule at all of those. You can also check the show notes, and that's where I will be for everything. I haven't been
It's
streaming
true.
lately because life is hard and school is tough. And yeah, I want to apologize for being a failure at life, okay?
Maybe you should,
That's okay. I forgive you.
as long as somebody does.
All right. So I can be found on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Bubbadabad, BUBBADABAD. And then the podcast itself can be found on Facebook.com/OTA podcast, Twitter.com/The Off the Air, Patreon.com/Off the Air, and on YouTube, I can't make a custom channel thing yet, so just find it in the show notes.
Yeah, go
because that'll-
subscribe to it on YouTube. Once we get 100 subscribers, we can have a custom channel name. So until then,
Yeah.
we wait on you guys.
Yeah, so
What's
we can
your
get a custom
excuse?
channel name then. So yeah, that's super cool. But most importantly, I'm sure you guys are going to get real tired of hearing me say this, but please rate and review us on iTunes. That is super helpful for us to make sure that like people can actually get out there and see what we have going on. The better reviews we have and the more reviews we have, the more iTunes will push the podcast to everyone. So follow the little link to Apple Podcasts in the show notes where you can find us specifically if you're not subbed to us there, and just give us a quick review. We super appreciate it.
I'm
I
going
don't.
to go and review it on air right now.
Oh,
Yeah. See? There we go. She's about to give us a 5-star review.
No.
What have you done with your day?
I'll be honest.
You're about to give us a 5-star review.
5-star review.
Isn't that so nice?
I'll be honest.
Make me nerd.
I don't know that I've given us a 5-star review.
Wow.
I haven't either, actually.
Come on, guys.
I don't know how to use this. I never.
It feels
I've never
really
listened to a
disingenuous
podcast
to give
before.
ourselves 5-star reviews. It's like
Okay,
I've
so
also
you-
never.
it's like being the first
Follow
person
the
to
link.
like your own Facebook post, right? Like you
Hit
just
view
don't
in
do it.
iTunes. No, this is like retweeting the tweets that the official Twitter at twitter.com/theofftheair makes.
No, because that's at least like spreading it to a different audience. It'd be like me.
Well, it spreads to a different audience if you review it positive on iTunes.
That's true.
Exactly my point. Or on Google Play. I don't think it helps nearly as much as like Apple and their like chokehold on everything. So love you, Apple. Keep doing your thing. The chokehold comment was a joke.
Disagree. I don't like them.
More like a joke hold.
So yeah, thank you very much for listening, everyone. Thanks for hopefully enjoying our very silent guest, Edge. Those of you on the video stream, I hope you liked the pictures that got put up from her.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Thanks,
I've
guys.
been playing Bloons Tower Defense this whole time, guys.
I put in at least 3 minutes of effort
good.
for each picture, so
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Catch you next week.
see ya.
Later.